What's going on, guys? It's DragsterTV here, back at it again, and today, it's about 8:30 in the morning, I'd say. I just went ahead and woke up, started my day. I decided to start working out here in the garage, and I also decided to start filming for you guys and make a bit of a little update video, a quick little update video on the Odyssey, sharing with you guys some current updates going on, and then also what I have planned for the near future with this thing and just really what's going on with it. Today's video is going to be the part 7, I believe, and in part 6 I went ahead and purchased, so in the last video, if I'm not incorrect, I went ahead and purchased the 212 Predator, if you guys did miss that. And just, what was it, 2 days ago, I think, I went ahead and ordered the centrifugal clutch to go on here that lines up with the pulley, and we're still looking for sizes of the belt. All in today's video, I will be talking about, the paint schemes, what's currently going on with that, the frame and everything, which, before I lose my spot of where I'm talking right there, you guys may have noticed, right off the bat, something a bit different with the Odyssey frame. The Odyssey has finally gotten paint. I am actually a big fan of it. So yeah, basically all we did to paint it, I'll talk to you guys about what paint was used. It's just the Rust-Oleum, nice glossy black. We didn't even prime the frame because we've used Rust-Oleum a lot, and we actually found out that you don't really need primer, just a clean surface, and then it will stick really well to certain materials, and one of them is metal. So all we did to paint it was just, my tape off job was pretty good, and this was just how the sticker was when we bought it. So I just had to tape off the sticker on this side and on this side. This sticker's in a lot better condition, but as of right now, so far, the frame is now finally black. So over here we have 2 cans of black because I'm doing a lot of black and red, but I'll talk about the paint scheme here in just a moment. So here's the Rust-Oleum paint, gloss, protective enamel, and that is it. Okay guys, now let's move on to the fiberglass foot tub. So let's talk about the history of this foot tub here. When we bought it, there's a giant hole right here, and we decided to put in a fiberglass patch kit. Made a whole video on that, and I think it turned out decent. Not the best we could do, but I've never done anything with a fiberglass patch kit before. I forgot what shop we were at when we were picking up paint. We were just looking at their little section of paint, and we decided that we would pick up a few, and we wanted a specific color of red, getting closest to Honda red. That was the red that we picked out, and this is real Honda red. So, pretty close, close enough, I'd say. But anyway, so with this paint, it sticks well on certain materials. There's certain fiberglass paint, but we couldn't really find, the right color. They had a small selection, right? And normally paint, all paint should work on, not all paint, most spray paint should work on metal and fiberglass the best. But actually with this, we only just decided to put on 1 coat, but we're actually going to do a second coat, so we need to pick up a second bottle of this, or second can of that, spray it over, and then put a gloss, really durable, protective, clear coat over it, right? So that it'll protect it, because if you pretty much just touch this thing, it would just chip and scratch, and it's not a good look, right? So we're going to need to buff up the paint and durability, because I think we've used this brand before. I'm a fan of the color. That's a good color. I couldn't find it in Rust-Oleum. But it is what it is. So once we can put on the second layer and then a protective coat, it should last for quite a while. And for this, on the other hand, it's metal and it's Rust-Oleum, and this was the same paint as that, so that they can both match, but of course it's going to look way different because it's metal instead of that, but still same color of paint. Alright guys, so next we have the bumper here, we decided to give it a nice black coat, and that's really just that. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you guys about the paint scheme right now, just address it before we address the big thing, which is the back and how it's going to specifically be mounted up. Alright guys, so right off the bat, my original paint scheme, because I didn't know how it would look, it kind of ended up looking like ketchup and mustard. That was originally going to be red, and this was going to be yellow. Once I looked at how it turned out, we decided that we wanted to put on a coat of red, because originally they matched, and instead of just putting that extra color of yellow in there, we wanted them to match. So the skid plate mounts up essentially like right here, and the foot tub ends like right here. So they match together. That's how they're supposed to. And then this frame I decided to make black, and I just decided because this goes right in front of these two things, that it would be a nice touch. That was just the light on it. Weird. Anyways, guys, so yeah, the paint scheme, that is going to be red, and in the future we are going to weld down two big bars, right to where the original metal mounts were, and then, just right to there. And we're going to make a nice looking roll cage, and we're also going to put from the original like 81 Odysseys, the racing ones that people put into races. I'm going to put like two bars right here, but instead of putting fiberglass, we're just going to put in sheets of metal, and it should look pretty cool. Well, I don't know, not sheets of metal, but we're going to use metal bars and then tube steel and whatnot. Anyways, so yeah, that's going to be red, that's going to be red, that's going to be red, that's going to be black. This is already black, this is already black. And I bought a black racing seat the same night that I purchased my clutch off of GoPowerSports.com. And I'm not sponsored by GoPowerSports, but I wish I was. And the seat that I purchased was off of SummitRacing.com. It was a Sum G1100, I think, or something like that, right? Yeah, so there's already some scratches, but not from us. I mean, I don't really care about what this looks like, as long as you can see it's red, right? I mean, matching. But I don't think we need a second coat on this overall, because it's metal, it should stick. Oops, I'm gonna go set you guys down real quick. Set this down carefully without chipping anything. Alright, so now that is on the ground. So now let's address what's going on back here. I don't know if I had mentioned this before, but my original plan was so they can be running and, look decent, I'd say, right? Because with the motor, the clutch is going to have to line up and come out here. But the thing is, with the original motor and how other people have mounted theirs, what was it, two mounts right here and two bars would come up to the mounting plate. So the motor was just tucked in down here, right? It was a big two-stroke, 250 motor. And this was actually straight across, but how these guys rigged theirs up was I put a mounting plate right here. I went ahead and unbolted these, and we're just gonna chop off right here, and just forget about this. Or we're probably gonna reuse this metal just as our mounting plate. We're just gonna drill some holes through it, rig it up, should be alright. But something that I was thinking, I know that it's really ugly, with all the packed on weld and whatnot, just piled it up with a stick welder. I just thought it was durable enough metal to keep, and then we just focused on what's really going on back here. But what I was thinking about doing, I'm going to take a seat right here, was cutting right there, and just taking off, just the fence post and all the ugly crap. So we're only left with this, right? Then we can weld on our full cage. We're going to extend it out. We're going to put on that cage, and we're going to extend it out. We want to see what it's going to look like. And we're going to weld on the tube steel. 1.5 inch, I think. Maybe it's 1/2 inch, not 1.5 inch, but anyways, so that's what we're doing. And we're actually going to just get, a piece of metal just like this, right? Well, with this mounting plate, it would work, but if you just flipped it sideways and drilled the holes through it in the correct spots. So that's part of what we're going to do, just to reuse the metal, you know. But still, all this is not going to be cut off, and we are thinking about putting the 212 somewhere around here. Here's the thing, I don't want it too high and don't want it too low. And I don't want it right behind my seat. So we're gonna try to figure it out. We're gonna use the original mounts. Like, the original mounts are right here. Here's a good original mount, and then the piece of metal just came up right out of it. See how that just set right in there? And then, you know, just, and we're also gonna need to reuse, or maybe just get new, so it protects you from all the vibrations, the, what's it called, the rubber. And I cannot really talk to you guys specifically about how the motor's gonna be matched up, but when it comes to the back here, I can tell you guys that all this is gonna get cut off. That's the final decision. We're gonna mock it up, make it look very nice with all new tube steel. We're gonna grind it all down, make sure it's all really clean looking, paint it all, and that's the final decision. So currently right now, to get it running, what I need is a brake caliper, okay? I need a brake caliper, I need throttle and brake cable, and I already ordered the clutch. I need a belt, and once we get the motor mounted, let's see, with the clutch on it, we hook up the belt, we run the throttle cables, we mount up the brake caliper, and we run our throttle or our brake cables, and that should really be it. Once we get brakes and then this pulley spinning with the belt and then the motor's going, both tires are spinning, then that's how we know we're driving. So yeah, here's the brake disc, and we need a caliper to mount up right here, or we can mock up a nice hydraulic one that just, you know, squeezes it. Either way, that probably shouldn't be too hard to find. That should be one of the least of our worries, but I don't really know. By the way, guys, something you guys should always do with your 212 Predator, since I just bought mine, as you guys may know, when pulling back the throttle, it is going to be very hard. It's going to have 0 return spring. That's when you come over here. You're going to want to undo that nut just a little bit. Just untighten it just a little bit until you have return, just like that. Because you're gonna need to pull with like all your might just to barely get it back, and it'll just stay right there. And then usually people forget to do that and just use the original return spring and just mock up their own, like drill a hole through that, put a big spring through it. But just letting you guys know, you actually don't need to do that. Also, to run your throttle cable, you just, I'm sorry, I thought someone walked in the garage. Sorry guys, all you're gonna need to do is just undo that screw a little bit, slide the tip of your throttle cable through, and then right in that hole is where you slide the tip of it, and then you actually tighten it, because it's going to come loose obviously, but not too loose, so then you tighten it down once you have your throttle cable tip in there. But just something I thought I should mention, so you guys don't have to go out and buy your own if you are using a 212 Predator. I know it's going to be pretty crazy. I'm going to be the second person on YouTube so far to ever mount up or mock up a 212 Predator to a 1977 Honda Odyssey that I bought for $100. So yeah, it should turn out really nice. It should look good, and I'm hoping to hear from you guys in the comments down below what you guys are thinking of this build so far, and what you guys are thinking of what's to come in the future for this build. And I just want your guys' opinions on it and whatnot. And the original plan was to put a 420 Predator, but we just noticed that they're a bit too expensive for this certain budget. I know because it's an Odyssey and, you know, not just some random little frame, that we probably should have went big or gone home, but you never know. Maybe after these next few months paychecks come in, I might be able to invest in a 420 and save the 212 for maybe if I buy another little yard cart or something, you know, maybe a race cart. We'll find out soon. But with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get me some breakfast, and I will catch you guys very, very soon in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys are interested in any of my new videos, and if you guys are enjoying this one. Now with that, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you have an amazing rest of your guys' day and night. And with that, I'll catch you guys very, very soon in the next one.